Hey, Scott here with Scott's Streaming Consciousness of Poker using the World Series of Poker interface. I'm a king. What do I got? I got 2,925,000,000 in chips, and we're going to go into a quest today just for fun. So I will show you right quick what the quest is. The quest today is to win 3 hands. We got to win 3 hands. Now, we have to win them on the 30-60 table, which is the one I like to play anyways, which is a 30,000 chip, 60,000 chip, small, big blind. And I'm excited. So I think we can win 3 hands and keep it to a short session today. So shall we? Okay, let's do. I'm going to choose our table. I think it's also power table day today. Yes, it is. So if we win a power hand, we might even win some extra chips. So let me move us out of the way here. Sometimes they make us wait for the hand. You know how that can go. All right. Well, let's see. Somebody's got, what do we got up there? We got not a lot up there, but it doesn't affect us. That's fine. That's fine. All right. We're not going to get on this hand either. But while we're not getting in on this hand, let's just take a few look at our stats. Look at that. We have played 21,537 hands. We still have our straight flush with a 10 high. And we have, like I said, we have almost 3 billion in chips. Let's see how this hand unfolds. There's 9 people at the table, so that's a full table. That's good. Love that. Let's see. 5, 6, and 8 on the table. 5, 6, and 8. Boy, people moving slow on this table, folks. Sorry. We'll get in on the next hand, I bet. So nobody's got a flush yet, even if they got 2 clubs or 2 spades in the hole. 5, 6, 8 king means nothing right now unless you got one of those cards down, especially a king. Let's see what we got. And a 9. Well, there's flushing. Somebody's got a 7. They're in great shape. And a 10, and a jack, and a queen. There's all kinds of straighting on this table. And the winner before the showdown was Andres. Okay, so here we go. We're in. We have a 5-7 suited. And here we come around the horn. Let's see. Gabriel, are you in? Gabriel looks like he's in. Andres is in. Andy's in. Drummer Dog is in. Let's see what the flop holds. Take me to the flop. Get me to the flop. Okay, what do we got? Well, we're missing a 6 for our inside straight. What do you guys think? Stay in? Sure. We're not going to do any work. We're just going to check along. No reason to raise it up. There's a pair of 5s. Well, that's a bonus. Still want that 6, though, don't we? We want that straight. So we're working a pair of 5s, and a 6 helps us. So we're going to go ahead and, depending on what Andres or Andy come at us with, we're going to call this 180. And look at that. We got a pair of kings and a pair of 5s. So is 2 pair going to be enough, my friends? We're going to find out. Again, we're not going to raise anybody. We're not going to bluff anybody. We're not going to mess around with anybody. You're going to check. And look at that. Kings and 5s was enough to win $1.2 million. So that's 1 hand of the 3. 1 hand of the 3 that we have won so far. All right? On our quest. 3-5, unsuited, calling 120, calling 420. Well, guess what? My better angels tell me to fold. So what's cool about folding is I can again show you where we are with the quest. So notice our quest was to win 3 hands, and we won 1 of 3. And while we're waiting and watching, we're going to go ahead and tip the dealer. It's always nice to tip the dealer when you're not playing. Then it doesn't look
Doesn't look like you're trying to buy favor.
All right, so look at that. So far, a good fold with a pair of nines on the table. Means nothing to us. The two's not bad, but it means we'd need a four and an ace or a four and a six. Rarely do those comes, my friend. Rarely do those comes. Nope. Oh, river, turn, turn, river, turn. Okay, who won? Shubham Echoage. Let's see. Shubham Echek wins 1 point. Almost 2 million without showing cards. Not bad, my friends. Not bad. Good table so far. We have an 8-2 unsuited. If it doesn't get much higher than 60K, we'll stay in. Why not? You never know what the flop is going to bring, but somebody's already raised it up another 60. Oh, and up to 570. So again, I'm going to go with my rule of keeping powder dry until you have the good cards. And you know, it's rare that a tray comes up right out of the flop. So you'll see we don't have a 5, and those are nice 5s. But if those were 8s, obviously that would be bad for us. But those are 5s. There's a couple of clubs up there, but an 8 of clubs is not a terribly strong position on a flush. So again, just streaming my consciousness as I play these hands with people whose eyes I can't actually look into. And I also like to see, you know, who's got what. Flush Draw's got 113 million in chips. Shim Sham or whatever, Shubaham, 172 million. Andy, what do you got? You got 93 million. And then the drummer dog's got 2.9 billion. So we definitely are the strong player at the table. It's usually that case. Sometimes there'll be another king or an ace at the table who has 5 billion, 20 billion. I was playing with a lady the other day. I guess she was a lady. Her name was like Alexandra. She had like 40 billion. We're going to go ahead and call with our 9-6 unsuited, just so we can play. Again, you never know what's coming out of the flop. If it turns into a 600,000 chip flop or a 480,000 chip flop, we're typically going to fold. But you know what? We're going to play this hand because I think we folded the last 2 hands, and that's not very much fun for you guys or me. So playing a 9-6 unsuited is going to cost us 1 million chips, but I don't care. It's for you. Oh, look at this. We haven't even gotten the flop, and we're coming up to a 3.5 million. You know what? No, that's no good. And look at how terrible we did. So somebody could have gone all in with the pair of aces. We dodged a bullet. All right, so we still got our stack. Great. Playing games on the flop, whatever. I love it. It's great. I'll do it too. But you got a pair of aces. Go all in. Don't drag us around the table 5-6 times. Kind of silly. And a king, no less. Carlos, you're a king. Come on. We'll stay in with the ace. I want to see what Carlos has got in chips. 365 million, 606 hands played. Well, that guy's bought a lot of chips. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. Okay. Oh, look at this. Okay, possible flushing for us. We're going to stay in because we got the ace. Why shouldn't we? We're going to stay in with 144. We got another club. We're going to check. Let somebody else do the work. All right, we got the flush. We're going to go all in. Let's see who else thinks they have a flush that can power hand us. This is a great hand for us, folks, because we've got the flush. Anybody who comes up against us loses, and look at that. Not only we've got the power hand, 8.39 million in chips. We're going to take the card. Always going to take the card, right? Eventually, you guys are going to see a big bonus come up. And maybe another possible flush with the 3-10 suited. But that means we've got 2 of the 3 wins also of our quest, right? 2 of the 3 wins. Remember, quest was to win 3 hands. We've got 2 wins so far. 2.4 million on hearts. Friends, I'm going to fold it. Sorry, I like the idea of 3-10 hearts, but there's the 10, there's the 4. So we had 2 pair. Let's see. And a flush won it. So good. We dodged a bullet. We dodged a bullet. I love when I dodge a bullet. I call that a good fold. 4-5 suited, good straighting, especially when you got stuff like what? All the bonus stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and we'll stay in with a check. So far, it's not going to cost us anything. 60K, but we're the big blind. So we've already put our 60K in. Somebody wants to bet 2.4 million. You know what? Why not? For you, I'll do it. I got spades on the table. Let's see what happens. Well, we got nothing. That was not a good move, right? So, sorry, it didn't work out for us. It worked out for Shubham, but that's okay. Not everything's going to work out. Ace King I like, even though it's not suited. Should we go big? See who we can chase off the table? Why not? Because of course, if we go big and people fold, it's our third win. So I'm happy to go big with you, my friends. Let's see where we are. Shubham. Shubham comes in at 3.64. How about we just go all in? Let's see what happens. For fun. How about that? Let's force him. All in. Come on. Who's all in with me? Carlos, come on. Heck. Dived out. All right. Well, so far nothing. If we pull a 4, oh, too bad. Very nicely done, Gabriel. Very nice. Okay. Well, that didn't work out for us, but that's okay. 3-4 is not two great hold cards, I'll tell you that. Not happy with that. So unless it comes around to us, then it's any more than 60K, I'm going to fold, my friends, just so you know. And at 2 million, it's not worth playing two bad hold cards. Now, again, as I've said, and I hate to predict, but what the World Series of Poker is going to probably make me do is pay the price. And there's a 4. Let's see if they put another 4 out there. Typically, they like to say, hey, drummer dog, you dummy. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Let's see how we're going to do here. I always like to see how we're going to do because it's important to understand how the table's working. And look, we dodged a bullet. I love that. All right, we only got to win one more hand. We're getting closer. 210. Not great hold cards, but, hold cards, excuse me. But we'll go ahead and, depending on how it comes back around to us, let's hope it stays at 120. I think it's worth playing. Andres, are you in? You're folded. You're folded. How many people we got in on this hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see, we're down to the small and the big blinds. Small has folded. Camille at the big blind. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Camille? Looks like you're going to fold and not touch the... All right, what do we got? Well, again, a pair of 2s is not bad since some people have dropped off the game now. Again, you have to keep track of who's dropped off the table as well. So it means there's better cards coming, I think, for most people that aren't playing. I know it makes the pot smaller. We're just going to keep playing all the way through because we never know that other 2 is coming. And it's not costing us a lot of chips. 300,000 is nothing. So here's the game. We have a pair of 2s. And who's still in? Let's see. I'm going to call with Shub to see what happens. And holy puck. Let's see. Oh, big money. You want me to go all in with my pair of 2s? Well, I always like to see that somebody's at least sticking around to see if it's a bluff. So whatever. Yay, he wasn't bluffing. He won with a pair of 8s. And I had a pair of 2s. Cost a little bit, but it's fine. Now, 3-4 unsuited. Sorry, folks. Right now, since we've had a couple of kind of junky hands, let's just see what happens. Nothing to lose. We've got, let's see, only 2.9 billion in chips, so we're good. Wow, David's coming at me at 2.4. I'm going to fold. And we're going to watch this one play out. And I know we still need our third win, and I'm sorry about that. And sometimes it's easier to win a lot of chips, a big amount of chips, and we would have won that hand with a 2 pair, but oh well. Again, those are good examples of why sometimes folding is not the best thing. But you fold it. That's it. So I'm going to call the 3-9, even though it's not suited. And let's see who's come up. Let's see. Oh, David wants to go back in with his 4.5 million. So Gabriel's going to take him on. So let's see what happens. I'm always happy to see somebody take somebody on? Like if I had 100,000 in chips left in my little pouch there, I would definitely go. And it looks like our boy is going to get himself a nice full house and a power hand. Very, very nice. I'm going to tell him gilded. Gabriel, big hand. And David, I hope you're learning your lesson. This is getting kind of expensive. David learned his lesson because he left. All right. I'm going to check my 3-9 suited. And 7-8-9 is, and Jack is good. So we got a 7-8-9 Jack. We're missing a 10. Bye, David. Well, you ran quick after going all in on 3 hands. But I get in that mood too, folks. Sometimes I just, I got an extra whiskey in me, and even though it's just barely 10 a.m., you know, when you're sitting at the poker table, sometimes you just kind of have to just go for it. So what do we got? We got nothing so far except a pair of jacks, because we still need that 10. Still need that 10. 240. Let's see if that 10 cost us 240,000 in chips. It doesn't matter. Got billions. And there's billions more to be had, all for free. World Series of Poker doesn't want me telling you that, which is why they make me pay when I fold. All right, doesn't look like this hand's going to work out for us. Unless I've got the 9, if the high card at the table is a 9, but I'm not going to spend $1.8 million to find out. 2 pair, we dodged a bullet. Everybody understands what I mean, I think. Queen 4, again, not 2 great hole cards, not winners. Not winners, but you never know. Queens tend to spill out on the flop. 510,000 chips to stay in the game. What are you going to come at me with, Shubham? You want 10 million? Or you only got 2 million. You're running low. Gabriel's the chip leader with 14-6. He could upset the whole apple cart here. All right, we'll stay in with 510. What do you think, Holy Puck? All right, what do we got? 3, 6, and 8. 3, 4. So it's not great for us, but what the, who knows? There's a pair of 8s. We might have the high card with the queen. The queen sometimes is the high card. I've been high carded with a 9. Again, streaming consciousness wise, I've actually high carded even lower than that. All right, well, it's again just a pair of 8s. If somebody has anything better in their hand, we're not going to win anything, and I don't think we want to challenge this. So, pair of 8s, look at that. 2 pair, 8s and 2s beats us. That's fine. We're still looking for that elusive third hand. WSOP has a tendency to give me really lousy hole cards when I'm 1 card away from a quest. But we're called a 60. We've got a king. And oftentimes, people don't feel good about their hands. They'll just fold, and then you win by default, which is good. And let's see what we got. Well, Trip McNeely, you're not the big, are you? You are the big. So you're already in for the 60, and you're coming at me for 1.92 with my king. Well, you know what, folks? For fun, let's just go all in. Come on, Trip. Come with me. All right, let's make it a hand. There's a pair. Pair of 5s. What else we got? Come on, Trip. We're all in. There's a queen. Pair of 5s still wins it. Let's see. Come on, Andy. What do you got for me? Battle of the Wills. Come on. 3 of a kind. 2 pair. Sorry. 9 million for the drummer dog. Third hand. Quest complete. All right. So sometimes you can play your hunch. All right. We'll go ahead and stay in for one last hand here because it's a 6, Jack 6 suited. We'll just stay. See what happens. I like to say FAFO there, Trip and Andy. But I'll just say it here. I won't type it in. 540 to stay in with diamonds. 3 of a kind. Look at that. So it's good we stayed in. We flopped the 3 of a kind. All right. So as I like to do with 3 of a kind, and somebody thinks they're so smart with their 720. Here's the Rude Awakening. I'm going to call their 220. We've got 3 of a kind. One more card that matches us, and we've got a nice another power hand. But we're not going to be greedy. We're going to check. There's our power hand. We got the full boat. Let's see who you're going to call. All right, I'm going to raise your 60 just for the hell of it. And we're going to win, we're going to call. I'm going to raise you again. Okay. You want to play? Gabriel wants to play. So we want a power hand, 10.16 million in chips. And we want another card. We've got King 6 suited. We're going to stay in for just another hand. Because, you know, sometimes you get a little momentum going and the other people at the table get a little bit fearful. They feel like they can't beat you at all. So let's see what Gabriel's coming at me. By the way, I'm the chip leader again. So, you know, even though I have a King 6, I'm going to fold. I don't even want to see what happens here. I'm just going to leave to the lobby and take you all with me. Now, this is really super cool, okay? So again, just a couple things I want to point out to you. Look up at the top. We've got I don't know, my finger's getting cut off. We've got 2.93 billion, okay? We also have the season quest, which is because we played the 3 hands and we won the 3 hands. All right, so now we're on to quest number 4. And quest number 4 is bet 50 million chips. We're not going to do that now. We are going to leave this quest. We're going to take our World Series of Poker cards always because they add up into huge million chip bonuses. Sometimes it happens right now, but it didn't. And we also have a special quest waiting for us, which is always really great because a special quest always has some cool stuff that goes along with us. So we're going to claim our rewards for the special quest. Is there another one waiting for us? No. But when we come, there's another, we want another card. So we always take the cards, always take the cards, because sometimes at any point it'll say you've just won 15 million in chips. We're going to spin the wheel, the thrill wheel. This is the silver spin. Let's see what happens. We like that white space, but free 2.8 million in chips on top of everything we've won today. That's great, okay? So a little recap for you all. Always take your cards, your World Series of Poker cards. Don't skip it. Don't go away from it. Don't give up on it. It's always great to have all these special quests and season quests. It's very important you play them all. We're going to come back tomorrow and play some more. And I really appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. Bye for now.